Hey, RCA Church family and others, thanks for tuning in today. It's good to see you. Thanks for joining me online for your weekly word. And I've got it. Are you ready? Persistent. It's good for people to be persistent. But the thing about being persistent is a lot of times it's not people that are persistent, it's problems that are persistent. Have you ever noticed that? Do you have some persistent issues, some persistent problems in your life? Chances are that you do. You know, things that you maybe been working on, trying to get out of your life, trying to change, trying to improve, and for whatever reason, they just don't go away. They just stick around, right? Like today's gonna be different, this week's gonna be different, this month's gonna be different. And at the end of that day, that week, that month, guess what? You're still cohabitating with that problem, with that issue, that persistent thing that you don't want it to be there, but it's not going anywhere. You know, I don't know about you, but I am encouraged to know that the disciples faced an issue just like that. This happens immediately after here in Mark chapter 9. Jesus has gone up onto the mountaintop. He's taken the inner circle, Peter, James, and John. He's had an incredible transfiguration. His skin has glowed like bright white. Moses and Elijah have appeared. I mean, they've had an incredible mountaintop spiritual experience. That's what happens with Jesus, Peter, James, and John. But the other disciples, they're left at the bottom of the mountain at the village. And when they come back down, this is what they encounter. Listen to this in Mark chapter 9. And when they came to the disciples, they saw a great crowd around them and scribes arguing with them. And immediately all the crowd, when they saw him, they were greatly amazed, and they ran up to him and they greeted him. And he asked them, "What are you arguing about with them?" The crowd was arguing with his disciples. And someone from the crowd answered him, "Teacher, I brought my son to you, for he has a spirit that makes him mute, and whenever it seizes him, it throws him down, and he foams and grinds his teeth and becomes rigid. So I asked your disciples to cast it out, and they were not able." In other words, this evil spirit was persisting. It was hanging around, and the disciples were not able to do anything about it. Friend, I want to tell you, even as Christians, sometimes in life, we have problems and issues that persist, and we don't want them there. We know Jesus. We're following him, but it just seems like things don't change. If that's you, I want you to plan to join us this coming Sunday, 10:30 a.m. online or in person right here. I'm going to be talking about persistent problems, and the key, I'm absolutely convinced, the key to getting rid of them and getting them out of your life and moving forward. And you need to be here and hear a part of this. Of course, you can read yourself the rest of the story in Mark chapter 9 and see what Jesus said and see what Jesus did. But we can have victory in Christ, but there's some things that we've got to do to overcome our persistent problems. I hope you will, and I hope you'll join me this Sunday. We'll see you then.